First day in Pluto on Aquarius and they busting off outside. Talk about rebellious. I have no idea. I mean, they're always busting off outside in the Southeast, but I literally just heard an AK. Nonetheless, today was a good day. So, Pluto has finally reached Aquarius. Fixed air. 0 degrees. 0 degrees, which is the first degree of any sign. And we are at Aquarius. That's why it's yellow in the fixed sign. Shout out to all fixed signs, all Scorpios like myself, Scorpio sun, Scorpio rising, Leo sun, Leo rising, Aquarius sun, Aquarius rising, like my grandson. Whew, he's giving me a run for my money today. And Taurus suns, like his mother, and Taurus risings, like my son. And my youngest daughter is a Taurus moon. So all this fixed energy. I know a lot of y'all got big 3 with big fixed energy in it. And y'all felt the shift today. So long story short, I did a version of my interpretations of what happened in my experiences in the past 4 Pluto cycles, which are Capricorn, which we just ended this morning for a short period of time because we're going to retrograde back into Capricorn. We'll talk about that later. Sagittarius, which is Generation Z. So Generation Alpha is my grandson and my youngest daughter there, and Pluto in Capricorn. My son and my only son and my oldest daughter are Pluto and Sag. That's Generation Z. We have Pluto in Scorpio, which is the ruler of Pluto. Pluto rules Scorpio. The planet rules the sign. And that is the millennials, like my ex-girlfriend. And I am Pluto in Libra, Generation X, the best. So today I'm going to start from now and move backwards and basically give you a little bit of information on all the Pluto generations up to Leo, which is the opposition sign of Aquarius. Pluto and Libra are the elders who are probably about 90 now. So yeah, we're going back 90 to 100 years, y'all. Let's get it. Okay, y'all, I'm going to be reading from a newsletter I always get from Astro Butterfly, just for this specific, because a lot of us astrologers are predicting similar things, but because Aquarius is so unpredictable energy, which is why Uranus and Taurus, Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, is literally taking us for a loop with our finances at this time. And Pluto is going to transform that. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what Astro Butterfly said about Pluto being Aquarius, and then go backwards to a few things that happen in Pluto in Capricorn, Pluto in Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, Virgo, all the way back to Leo. So let's kind of just do a little bit of each, but the main one is going to be the superstar right now, Pluto in Aquarius. So anytime Pluto enters a new sign, it's a clean slate. Anytime any planet, even the sun, moves into a new sign, it's a clean slate. It's new energy, especially with the new moon we just had. The moon just entered Taurus today too, squaring off on Pluto and Aquarius when it entered Taurus. So that's like a few hours ago, and yes, it was an intense day. The bull and I like to call Pluto the alien goat. That's another story on why I say that another day. But I have a picture of Capricorn and Aquarius as alien goats and goat. Let me get back on topic. So when Pluto ingresses into a new sign, which means when it moves into a new sign, it will completely transform values, themes especially, and the operation of how that sign operates under Pluto. Again, Pluto's transformation, power, fear, intensity, all things scorpionic. So in mystery, things hidden, because Pluto is so far out there you can't see it with the naked eye. Pluto's cycle of change is a 3-step process. I love this. Thank you, Astro Butterfly, again. 3 stages of Pluto's cycle changes or processes are disempowerment as number 1. Really interested in hearing about that. Number 2, awareness. I really believe that because Pluto is transforming things, which shakes things up. It might bring you fear, it might bring you power, but it makes you aware of your power, or it makes you aware of what you fear. And the third thing is transformation, of course. So this cycle, called individualization, individation, hope I'm saying that right, which is the process of becoming a distinct and integrated unity, especially because Aquarius deals with groups and humanity, but it deals with the individual within the groups. So, understanding the natural sequence of this cycle will help us understand Pluto's final agenda, putting things into perspective and take ownership of this change process. So, number one, the first stage. The first stage of Pluto's process, disempowerment. This is when we fail to assert our personal will, either because there are outside forces that prevent us from doing what we want, or because we're not aware of what we want. Let's get deep, y'all. We have to first have the experience of disempowerment very early in life. For example, most knowingly, when our parents, sometimes knowingly, most knowingly, force their will on us and don't feed us when we want to be fed. Maybe that's what was going on with me and Zam today. Zam is my grandson. Or when an older child at school overpowers us physically, which was what my son did today. I told him to do something for me at 10 o'clock in the morning. At 6 o'clock in the afternoon, he hadn't done it. I punished him via the phone. He told me he wasn't coming over here from his dad's house this weekend. And I said, please don't make me cause a scene because I don't care nothing about your stepmom. Or I will have to talk with your dad. So I talked with his dad, who was a Taurus. We are all fixed energy over here. My son is the Libra, so he normally balances his energies, but today, no. So anyway, Pluto disempowerment experiences are usually inflicted through emotional, psychological, or physical abuse. This gets deep because, again, Pluto represents Scorpio. Scorpio is a water sign. We get deep with our emotions, our feelings, our investigations, our intensity, everything. So there's always some sort of display of power associated with these plutonic experiences. We realize that whoever is inflicting the plutonic abuse on us is well aware of it and does with intention. There's usually an element of I'm stronger than you and I'll use you to satisfy my own needs and desires. Now this hit home because I'm definitely learning this lesson of disempowerment. We know that we're in the first Pluto stage of disempowerment when we experience fear, angst, uncertainty, and powerlessness. So definitely I've been there. Been is the key word because I stepped into my power. At least I feel that way. I'm very intense on getting my point across on here, so hopefully I know I don't fear anything. And definitely not uncertain. I stand proud about what I said, and I said what I said. The second stage of Pluto's process of change is awareness. So this is when you go into the underworld because, again, hidden, darkness, depth, underworld type of energy with Pluto, and try to understand what it is that is disempowering us. By reliving the initial disempowering episodes, we bring the unprocessed feelings and experiences from the subconscious to the conscious. I'm like engraved. I don't know if that's the right word. I embed in consciousness in me right now. If I'm not aware of something, I'm gonna get aware. I'm gonna dig deep to find out how to be as aware as possible. I use these words on TikTok all day long. So, this is the most intense stage of Pluto's cycle of change, but also the most liberating one. It's like once you get over the hump, like Pluto and Capricorn put us over the hump a lot, you feel proud. That's that Saturn energy. You feel responsible. You feel mature. So, in this stage, we may experience great distress, resistance, and feelings of being out of control. I dib and dab in awareness still, because there's still a lot to be aware of. It is very important that we don't give up halfway through the process. The deeper the resistance, the deeper and deeper we want to go into our understanding. Rabbit hole talk right there. Literally, I have been in the rabbit hole just digging deeper and knowing it's more to find out until I get to the core of this earth, which has a whole city in it, y'all. That's how far of the rabbit hole I've been digging into. Until we find acceptance and release. If we don't succumb to the pressure and the awareness, come to the pressure and the awareness phase goes well, we eventually find our true power. Let me repeat that really quick because this is the most important part of the awareness stage. If we don't succumb to the pressure in awareness phase, the awareness phase goes well. We eventually find our true power. Nonetheless, not a power that seeks to control, take advantage of, and win, but a power that seeks to express one's truth in a way that serves the best interest of humanity at large. So, with this fixed energy thinking, Aquarius is a wise second to last sign, which means it does have the knowledge and the innovation, which is another Aquarian characteristic, to be the godlike energy that Aquarius expresses. See, the Leo is the celebrity like in the heart, okay? The heart, the drama is right here. The Aquarian is the brain, the know-it-all that would step into its power even more and be more godlike for humanity, which is why each one of us are godlike energies, because God is an energy. And this energy right here, step into your power, y'all, but do it for humanity, not to win, not to be right, not to be the God of all gods, but a God of gods, not of all, but of. That is the best advice I can give for step 2, awareness. So that awareness stage, again, is extra important, especially when we gain a new understanding of ourselves, because each level, each step brings understanding. You understand first that where you're disempowered, where you're not stepping into your power. You understand second, your awareness and how many things you are making yourself aware of. That's when the final stage, third stage, transformation takes action. This is when we gain our power back. But instead of acting selfish like little brother Mars, Pluto's little brother, and having so many wants and needs, we act responsibly. Excuse me, it's in the best interest of the collective again. Pluto is a collective planet. It deals with the energy in us all. Okay? This is why this is so important, because being in a collective planet, in a collective sign, Aquarius is a collective sign dealing with humanity. This process of transformation will be continuous because our actions need to be regularly challenged and changed and adapting and align with our environment. So we know we're in the stage when we find a sense of flow and feeling energized and alive, stepping into your power. So this is not the end of the process, even though it's only 3 processes, 3 stages, because the process of individuation, not individual because there's no L, is aspirational in nature. Let me spell this. INDIVDUATION is aspirational in nature. It's a moving towards rather than a getting there. With Pluto, we cannot skip stages. We have to go to the underworld. We have to get to the root of the problem. We may find ourselves at different stages in Pluto's cycle, just like in Scorpio. You can be that stinging scorpion that crawls on the ground. You can be that eagle that soars, but sometimes comes back down to prey on something. And then you can be that phoenix that rises above the ashes. Same thing with Pluto. That's why Pluto rules Scorpio. If you're not sure in which transformational phase you're in, pay attention to your feelings. Do you feel fear? That's the first stage, disempowerment. Do you feel release? It says catharsis. That's the second stage, awareness. Do you feel alive, energized, and in flow with the universe? That's the stage number 3, transformation.